Carbon compounds can be mostly found everywhere on Earth. It exists in living cell, fossil fuels, food, cosmetics and synthetic products. Carbon compounds can be classified into organic and inorganic compounds. Are there any similarities or differences between these compounds? Find out. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to compare and contrast organic compounds with inorganic carbon compounds. Classify substances into organic and inorganic carbon compounds. You have learnt two characteristics of organic and inorganic carbon compounds in the previous lesson. What are the two characteristics? The two characteristics are the elements present and whether they are metallic or non-metallic. What is the other characteristic of organic and inorganic carbon compounds? The other characteristic of organic and inorganic carbon compounds is the changes in these compounds when heated. Let's find out more about this characteristic. The changes to carbon compound can be observed when it is heated. What are the changes that occur to the compound? Click on Changes upon heating to know more. The similarities and differences between organic and inorganic carbon compounds can be observed from their sources and characteristics. Let's look at the similarities and differences between organic and inorganic carbon compounds. Click Similarities and Differences to see. Both compounds contain carbon in combination with other elements. For example, methane and carbon dioxide consist of carbon. Let's look at the differences in terms of sources. Organic compounds are mostly derived from living organisms such as plants and animals. They can also be found in synthetic materials. Carbohydrates, petroleum, natural fibers and plastics are some examples of organic compounds. Inorganic carbon compounds are found naturally in air and Earth's crust. Calcium carbonate occurs in the Earth's crust as calcite and limestone. They can also be made in the laboratory. Now, let's look at the differences in terms of elements present. Organic compounds mostly contain carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Inorganic carbon compounds mostly contain carbon, oxygen and metal elements. Organic compounds are non-metallic because they do not contain metal elements. Inorganic carbon compounds are either metallic or non-metallic because they may contain metal elements. Now, let's look at the differences in terms of changes upon heating. Organic compounds can be burnt. Inorganic carbon compounds cannot be burnt. Look at the pictures. Sugar, vinegar and rubber are some examples of organic compounds. Carbon dioxide, baking soda and marble are some examples of inorganic carbon compounds. Organic compounds can be found in living organisms and also can be made in the laboratory. Sugar is sucrose extracted from the sugar cane. Vinegar is acetic acid which is produced through fermentation. Rubber is a type of resin extracted from the rubber tree. Inorganic carbon compounds occur naturally in the air and Earth's crust. They can also be made in the laboratory. Carbon dioxide is a gas found in the air. It contains the non-metallic elements of carbon and oxygen. Marble is produced from calcium carbonate. It occurs naturally as the minerals calcite and aragonite. Baking soda or sodium bicarbonate is a white crystalline solid prepared in the laboratory by passing carbon dioxide through sodium carbonate. The boxes contain information on the sources and let's organize what we have learned in this lesson. There are some similarities between organic and inorganic carbon compounds. Both compounds contain carbon in combination with other elements. There are many differences between organic and inorganic carbon compounds. Organic compounds are found in living organisms and can be made in the laboratory, while inorganic carbon compounds occur naturally in the air, in the Earth's crust, and can be made in the laboratory. Organic compounds mostly contain elements such as carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen, while inorganic carbon compounds mostly contain carbon, oxygen and metal elements. Organic compounds are non-metallic substances, while inorganic carbon compounds can be either metallic or non-metallic. Organic compounds can burn, while inorganic carbon compounds cannot burn. Organic compounds are derived from living organisms. Certain organic compounds can also be prepared in the laboratory. Find out the organic compounds which are synthesized in the laboratory. Refer to books and the Internet. Prepare a report. Present your findings to the class.